don't want you to know, Mr. Byrd.
All right, we're going to get the timer started. All right, so everybody hates campaigns, right? After all, you like getting called a million times during dinner. You like Saturday morning people knocking at your door. You like your junk mail filled, your mailbox filled with junk mail. It's incredible the amount of stuff that goes on there. Those negative ads that are interrupting your radio stuff, telling you this guy's bad, this woman's horrible. But the campaigns work. They are the best marketing campaigns you will ever find anywhere. If you want to know how to market your business, look at a political campaign. They use all different types of resources. They use all different types of touches. They're very cautious with their money. And they want to make sure that they can move the needle to where they want them to go. Of course, just like in your business, it costs a whole heck of a lot of money to run a political campaign. I did a countywide campaign down in Orange County. It cost almost $300,000 for it. The candidate's role, in many cases, in most cases, and in most all cases, is that they're going to be dialing for dollars and asking you for money. Go ahead and give it to them. But there's one way to get around that, and that's the political committee, the PAC, the CCO, the ECO. People think that this is a way to hide money. No, this is just a way to get a lot of money quickly. Because there's unlimited campaign contributions, so I would rather go and get one person to write me a check for $20,000 than have to call 20 people for a check for $1,000. At the beginning, the poll is the most important thing. Now, we know just about everything about you. We know your birthday, we know how many times you voted, we know when you voted, we know your address, your phone number, we know if you're a member of the NRA, we know just about everything. What we don't know is what message will make you vote for us or make you not vote for the other person. Answer the polls. The volunteers are the actual lifeblood of the campaign. If a campaign can't get volunteers, they're not going to win. The volunteers are phone calls. They're going ahead and walking neighborhoods. You want to make sure that you volunteer, and in many cases, you'd rather have a bunch of volunteers than somebody writing a check for you. Of course, when you walk the neighborhood, you see the yard sign. Campaign operatives hate the yard signs. They're expensive. They cost $4. I can reach 100 voters in another method than doing the yard sign. Sure, they look good, but the people that drive on that little street where maybe 5 cars see the thing, that's not where I want to go. For a smaller campaign, the radio ads, the TV ads, the thing that you hear on there, they're also not where you want to go. Because remember, if you hear your guys if you hear somebody on a smaller race, on a county race, on the radio or on TV, they're probably wasting money because most of the people that are watching that or listening to it are not going to vote anyways. Remember, in a primary election, only about 20% of the people turn out anyways. So, the robocall though, I love robocalls because they're dirt cheap and we can call lots and lots of people, but you know what? Everybody hates them, right? You say robocalls don't work, you hang up as soon as you hear it. Well, in that first 2 seconds, I've said the candidate's name, and if I call you 5 times, then you're going to remember that name. You may not know why, but that's why. The mailers, the dark secret of campaigns is that mail is how most people like me make our money, because we make 15% off of everything mail piece that goes out. So of course, we're going to mail you a lot. We're going to mail a whole bunch. One of the ways you can tell if your campaign candidate is doing well is by the size of the mailer. If it's big, they're doing good. If it's small, it's not. Of course, the door knockers are vital. If your candidate is not knocking on doors, or you haven't had anybody knock on your door, either you don't vote much, or your candidate's not doing a winning campaign. Watch to see who is knocking on doors, repeatedly knocking on doors as much as possible, because that's how candidates are going to win. Of course, everybody hates negative ads, but negative ads do work. Negative ads, we know that if I say something about this candidate, and we go ahead and put it up there, that you're going to be less likely to vote for them. But one of the things that you can always tell, that unless you're getting hammered, unless your candidate's already getting hammered, chances are, if they're running negative, they're losing. The absentee ballot. The absentee ballot are the best voters. If you're an absentee ballot person, I'm going to be knocking on your door, I'm going to be calling you, I'm going to be mailing you, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that you vote, because you've got a ballot sitting on your desk. If you just go to the election every time and you're not an absentee ballot, you're probably not going to get as much stuff. But the absentee ballots, because they got their ballot for a month, are important. On election day, there's not a lot we can do, but you often, people complain about all those signs that are out front of the polls. Well, I want one last shot to make sure that you understand and remember the name when you go in to cast the ballot. So that's why you see all that stuff there. And for me, I'm driving around every precinct to see. So how do you make it stop? This isn't easy. It is easy to never get a robocall from me. It's easy to not get a call, not get a door knock, drop the mail, become an absentee ballot, and the day that it comes into your mailbox, return it. I'll never call you again because you've already voted and waste my money. Thank you.